Scene Mom says, welcome to the new podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says hello and welcome to episode number 80. I'm Danny, your host and Scene Mom, and as always, I am very glad that you joined me. Hope you're all doing well this week and avoiding holiday burnout. So many shows, events, foods can definitely be quite exhausting and filling. My sleep schedule has been way off the past week. Some mornings I'm up at 5, some I'm up with my alarm at 7, but what I don't understand is how I still do not get any extra work accomplished when I do get up earlier. I am super excited about upcoming events. So much work is being done behind the scenes. Some I can't mention yet, but there's one I can remind you about now. The submission period for the Mesa Music Festival is on Monday, December 15th. It takes place in Mesa, Arizona, and I can personally attest that it is an excellent festival. I've mentioned before that all of Main Street in downtown Mesa are music venues. Along the street, in front of businesses, and in the little nooks and crannies around the Main Street strip. And they also have a music symposium with speakers and workshops. I do hope to speak again, but regardless, I am heading back to my former home to participate. I would love to see New England artists submit. It is free to attend. And if you're chosen, the only catch is that you have to get yourself there, pay for travel, room and board, all of that. So I know that can be a challenge for many artists, but it would still be great to have some New England artists. Hit me up, any of you New England artists listening. We can maybe figure out something. I don't know, at least brainstorm for ideas. You can get all the details about the Mesa Music Festival at mesamusicfest.com. And I'm also going to put that in the show notes. All right, well, let's get back to some music. I have got all new music to share with you this week. Plus, I've got music news, music history, your marketing tip, and some good news. Right now, we are going to get back to this music with a holiday tune from California artist Jessica Von Rabbit. She is at a Joshua Tree. I am going to play more of her in the future, but here's a little taste of her style with her cover of Blue Christmas.
I will have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on the green Christmas tree won't be
C-Mom says it's time for some music news. A new UK government crackdown is going to make it illegal to resell concert, theater, sports, and other live event tickets for more than face value. It means both professional scalpers and you and I, ordinary people, will no longer be allowed to make a profit by reselling tickets. Only the original price, plus possibly some capped service fees, are going to be permitted. Rescale platforms will still be allowed to charge limited service fees for facilitating legitimate resale, but those fees themselves are going to be capped as well, preventing platforms from inflating total prices to skirt the law. Now, platforms and even social media sites that facilitate resales will have legal liability for enforcement. Selling more tickets than the original purchaser was entitled to is also going to be forbidden. So the move allows years of all these complaints that I've even talked about on the show about being exploitative in the secondary ticket market, bots that grab tickets in bulk, massive markups, and fans being priced out or scammed. Advocates, and that includes many artists, have definitely welcomed the plan, saying it's going to make live events more accessible and fair. All right, in other news, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard pulled their entire catalog from Spotify back in July. It was part of a protest against Spotify CEO's financial ties to a defense tech firm building AI military drones. Now, in the wake of their exit, a fake account using the name King Lizard Wizard appeared, offering clearly AI-generated tracks that copied their song titles, lyrics, and arrangements. And I saw that when I looked at my release radar this past week. One example, a track called Rattlesnake. It was identical in name and lyrics to the original, surfaced under the fake band name, and it was recommended, like I said, to listeners via Spotify's release radar. Now, though that page was later taken down, the incident really shows us a larger problem. Automated generators and lackluster moderation allow unauthorized AI-driven impersonations to slip onto these major streaming platforms, and they sometimes profit from the artist's work and undermine their creative control. Now, for indie artists, the rise of these AI clones on streaming platforms could mean more vulnerability. Without these big teams behind them, the smaller artists are at a higher risk of being impersonated or having AI-generated music uploaded under their name. And I've also talked about that on previous shows. It's already happening, and it confuses fans, it dilutes the brand, and it steals streams. And it exposes how inconsistent the platform moderation is. The big artists get the quick fixes, while independent artists can struggle to get the fake content removed. And it makes it even more important for indie artists to keep an eye on their catalogs and report those issues as soon as they see them. As a side note, I also want to point out that the Trump administration is doing everything they can to not regulate AI. So if it's not regulated, more of this is going to happen. There is an upside, though. As AI-generated music becomes more common, genuine human creativity is standing out more. Independent artists who show their process, connect with their fans, and lean into being authentic can find it easier to differentiate themselves from that. And you see the backlash all the time. There was the country artist that went to #1. There was the R&B gospel artist, and the backlash is so strong that people just want real music from real humans. Now, all that being said, there is a good side to using AI in music. After a 2014 shooting damaged rapper Beanie Sigel's vocal cords, it left his voice permanently altered. The artist did turn to artificial intelligence to help restore his original tone. On December 3rd, he appears on a new track by Porsche Truck Ruck called Can't Leave Streets Alone, where his verse uses AI-assisted vocals that resemble his old voice. And it's not his first AI-backed release. He said in 2023 he was experimenting with AI to reclaim his, quote, old beans voice. Now, fans have actually been reacting positively to this. Many on social media say that the AI-enhanced vocals sound like his classic voice, and they welcome his return to music. So see, when it's a legit reason, it works. All right, finally, it has been way too long since I brought up good old Billy McFarland and anything Fyre Fest related. After that collapse of Fyre Festival and the failed Fyre Festival 2.0, he quietly managed to stage an actual music festival this past weekend called Phoenix, PHNX, on an island off of Honduras. Now, it did feature real artists. I don't know any of them. French Montana, Bobby Shmurda, and Slim Jimmy. And it included basic infrastructure, stage, bathrooms, food, accommodations, and a live stream. However, attendance was pretty modest. Only a few hundred people were on site, and the live stream reportedly peaked at around 100 viewers. There were also some technical hiccups, at least a couple of temporary power outages during the performances. Now, while this new festival avoided the massive logistical collapse of the Fyre Festival, the vibe was more like a small, intimate island show than the big luxury experience. I mean, he had a festival and people weren't stranded and they didn't eat bologna sandwiches, but it did fall really short. So we'll see if he continues to try. I don't know. Where's he getting his money to keep trying? I don't even want to know that either. All right, that's your music news this week. If you have any feedback or other thoughts or any music news to share, you can always email me, scenemomsays@gmail.com.
Along the beach in December, counting the waves falling down. The promenade empty for another man, searching his pockets, a cigarette found, and he smoked it in silence, watching the sea. His greatcoat was torn from shoulder to knee, but his eyes were warm. Do you recall time spent effortlessly? I'd always thought mine was under lock and key. I lay in your covers, the sheets brush my skin. A weekend of letting warm and light in. We listened to 4M twice in a row. Now it feels like forever ago. Now it feels like forever ago. The train back to London, sleeping through every stop. The carriage was full, but my heart was so empty. Mourning the child whose love was so lost. When the pages were torn, the records were broken, and every cruel remark was woven into Do you recall words spoken carelessly? I'm so tired of those who don't think before they speak. I lie in your covers, the sheets brush my skin. A weekend of letting warm and light in. We listen to twice in a row. Now it feels like forever ago. I lie in your covers, the sheets brush my skin. A weekend of letting warm and light in. We listen to 4M twice in a row. Now it feels like forever ago. Now it feels like forever ago.
From across the pond in London, UK, that was Austell and her latest single, The Beach in December. As always, I will have links to all of the music you hear in the show notes. C-Mom says it's time for some music history. On December 8th in 1980, It is a day the music world will always feel in its bones. John Lennon was shot outside the Dakota in New York City. Fans across the world held candlelit vigils, and radio stations turned into quiet cathedrals of Beatles songs. On December 8th in 1993, Frank Zappa's final album was released. Civilization Phase 3 arrived posthumously, a sprawling ambient sound collage that felt like Zappa sending one last wink from the cosmic control room. On December 10th in 1965, Grateful Dead played their first concert under that name at the Fillmore Auditorium. They officially shed their old name, the Warlocks, and they stepped into what became psychedelic immortality. On December 11th in 1972, progressive rock band Genesis released Foxtrot in the U.S. It also included the epic song Supper's Ready. On December 12th in 1970, Smokey Robinson's and the Miracles hit number 1 with The Tears of a Clown. Their carnival-themed lament topped the U.S. charts. It is a bittersweet masterpiece wrapped in that special Motown sparkle. And that is some music history for you this week.
This old game is getting older, and I've got blisters on my toes. But eventually I might speak of all of the things I've seen, like water spilling from your ear, driving back home from the beach. Every time it keeps me off of the floor and holding up the show. Something out there in the road. The sun's reflecting off my lungs, but suddenly I can see the shape of the thing that's holding up the show. Dear God, I'd love to know, but I can't see. How did this happen to me? How did this happen to me? How did this happen to me? I won't be there always and forevermore. Don't you worry, I won't keep you too long. This whole game has got to end now, but I don't know when, and I wait for 3, 2, 1. Have fun, certainly won't be.
From Brooklyn, New York, hello aunties. That was Samuel Campoli and his latest single, Every Time. C-Mom says it is time for your marketing tip of the week. Now this one is specifically for Instagram, but honestly, all tips for specific sites can be adjusted and used on other sites. It's all in how you plan. But with Instagram, there are many options for posting and sharing. Reels, stories, a carousel. So here are a few ways to grow your following. And probably the number one way is don't buy your followers. I feel like it should go without saying, but it is a really inexpensive thing to do. It actually decreases your engagement over time because most of them tend to be fake accounts and they don't interact with the content at all. And since they're bought and fake, they're not going to buy your product. They're not going to listen to your music. They're not going to go to your event. It's also against the community guidelines, so be careful about that. It's also important to post meaningful content. It should be personally relatable, on brand, not always in sales mode. Keep track of important holidays and dates. That helps you think of content. The easiest way to be meaningful is just to tell your story or tell others' stories with permission, of course. Another way is to keep a content calendar. It helps you plan what you want to post and work on building a backlog of photos and videos over time. I tell all my clients to experiment with times and content. That's the beauty of social media, right? It's fluid. If something doesn't work, you can tweak it and try it again on a different day, a different time. Having that content calendar keeps you organized and consistent. It's also important to use relevant hashtags. They do still matter, at least on Instagram. Your posts will reach a larger audience. You can search for hashtags in your industry or what followers are using in their posts. You can also find trending hashtags that'll help boost your content even more. And when you search for one hashtag, Instagram will actually show you others that you can experiment with. And also, very, very important, interact with your followers. Like those comments left on your posts. Leave a comment to them as well. Share and repost them if you're able to. Follow other accounts within your business scope or people who use your products. Follow those people who follow you. Engage with them. Repost their content. It reminds your followers that you are a real person, not just a business. And everyone appreciates when efforts are made, whether the business or the consumer, the musician or the fan. As always, if you want to chat more about marketing and promoting your music or your brand, you can schedule a consultation with me over at dannycutler.com. You can subscribe to the newsletter for more information, and there's also the private Facebook group. I also have a special going on right now on content calendars. It includes a basic 30-day content calendar. It's got topics that are specific to your business, music, your brand. We start with a quick strategy call so that I can learn a little bit about what makes you passionate about what you do and the direction you want your content to go. Then I pull together post topics that are specific to your business. And I mean beyond what others in your field are doing. If you sell shoes, it's not going to be the same as every other business out there that sells shoes. I also will give suggested posting dates and some hashtag ideas. For $35, I think it's a pretty great deal, and it goes beyond what ChatGPT will give you because I give it a personal human touch that AI just cannot do. And this special ends on Friday, December 19th. You can find out all that info at dannycutler.com as well. And yes, the links, they'll be in the show notes.
You're not invited to the party, but I know you'll come anyways. You know the codes to my apartment, and I know where you keep your spare key. Red wine bleeding through the floorboards. Your favorite drink, always citrus sweet. Now I don't know you anymore, and I wish you could unknow me. You played with my mind like I'm made of silly bands. Finally realized you pulled the wool over my eyes with your own hands. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets back. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets back. Now I want my secrets back. Now I want my secrets back. Give them back. I should've never told you when I fell for him. I should've never told you when she got under my skin. I wish I never called you when I needed a friend. I think we both know how the story ends. My secret's impatient on the tip of your tongue. As if I loaded it up and handed you the gun. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets back. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets secrets back. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets back. I put my trust in you. Wrong move, I guess that's that. You made me feel like a fool. Now I want my secrets back. 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 Now I want my secrets back.
Out of Northampton, Massachusetts, that was Lucia Dostal and I Want My Secrets Back. C-Mom says it is now time for a little good news. Emil and the Sniffers were set to play a huge free hometown show in Melbourne's Federation Square. But minutes before they were supposed to take the stage, the concert was abruptly canceled over some serious safety concerns. Barriers had buckled, the crowd was starting to surge, and organizers really feared a dangerous crush, so they had to pull the plug. Now, rather than leaving the fans disappointed and empty-handed, the band turned the night into something that ended up being probably more unforgettable. They opened $35,000 worth of bar tabs across 7 local pubs, giving everybody a place to go and something to celebrate anyway. Frontwoman Amy Taylor posted an apology, then told fans to head out, enjoy a drink on the band, and salvage the night. This surprise gesture really transformed the chaotic situation into a feel-good citywide party that fans and venue owners praised as a real classy communal way to make the best of a canceled gig. I'm glad they had the money for that.
You have no need for me anymore. You've outgrown me, and I am obsolete. You have no reason to keep me anymore.
Another one from the UK, that was Matthew Frederick and Obsolete. And with that, we wrap up episode 80. Links to all the music and news you heard this week will, of course, always be in the show notes. If you have any feedback, you can always get in touch on social media. It's scenemomsays on Facebook and dcutleraz everywhere else. And you can email scenemomsays@gmail.com. If you like what you hear, please share. I'm also an independent artist. Thanks, as always, for listening, and you'll hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro, outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.